Tonight, two of the country's most recognizable progressive voices took their fight to Folsom, rallying thousands around a message they say is about choosing democracy over oligarchy.
Yeah, they had a large crowd, but they also had protests outside the event. We saw people waving flags and holding signs in support of President Donald Trump, including a plane with a banner saying Folsom is Trump country. Keep in mind, Senator Bernie Sanders and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez made a stop in Northern California as part of their nationwide Fighting Oligarchy tour.
ABC 10's Folsom was there this evening explaining what supporters took away from the rally.
Thousands of people gathered in Folsom to listen to two of the most prominent voices in progressive politics. And with everything happening in the political world, some supporters tell me they were reinvigorated after this rally. Security was tight at Folsom Lake College as national progressive leaders came to town.
Great feeling to see all this support here.
It's very important to show up and just say, I stand for this country.
When we band together, real change can happen.
Thousands packed the athletic field at the college for a movement.
Sorry, Mr. Musk, we're going to create an economy that works for us, not just for you.
Senator Bernie Sanders and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took their progressive push on the road, rallying supporters in Republican-held districts across the country, targeting billionaires and calling out what they say is a growing corporate control over democracy.
Oligarchy or democracy, but we cannot have both.
The duo touched on Medicare for all, immigration, affordable housing, and a call to reject tax breaks for billionaires at the expense of working families.
We don't like what's going on. Basically, we don't like it.
Folsom.
Sanders says the event had close to 30,000 supporters in attendance, some coming from hours away and waiting in long lines since the morning. It wasn't just politics. For some, it was personal.
I think it's very dangerous when you're taking people off the streets.
Seeing the huge crowds is just so uplifting.
To be like in a world that seems so dark and cruel and being surrounded by people who have the same mentality that we can band together and change is so life-changing.
And as this national tour continues, many supporters here in Folsom are hoping that this movement resonates with many. Reporting from Folsom Lake College, Folsom, ABC 10.
And tonight's rally in Folsom comes as Democrats had big losses in the November election and are now trying to push back against the Trump administration.
Now some are wondering, what difference can this cross-country tour make? The core message of Senator Sanders and Representative Ocasio-Cortez is fighting concentrated wealth and corporate power. They have been making stops across the country, from liberal to conservative areas, warning about the influence of billionaires in American politics. They cite people like Elon Musk, one of Trump's senior advisors, Amazon's Jeff Bezos, and Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, using the term oligarchy.
Using the term oligarchy is that you have all these wealthy billionaires who are close to another billionaire, President Trump.
Political analyst Steve Swatz says the goal is to fire up progressive voters and also reach out to people who feel left out of the political conversation.
Oh, keep in mind, Folsom is in the district represented by Republican Kevin Kiley. He took aim at the visit, saying this month on X he'd be, quote, happy to debate either socialist while they're in town. And ABC 10 spoke to him today about the rally, and he had this to say about the event being held in his backyard.
But I'm just not sure it's a great use of their time because they're doing this in a community of people who have seen the contrast, where we've seen what these radical policies have done to San Francisco, and we've seen how choosing the path of balance and common sense has led to a much better set of outcomes in terms of the quality of life here.
We also asked Kiley if either Democratic lawmaker responded to his call for a debate.
You know what? They didn't, for some reason. Bernie and AOC were not willing to have an open debate about whether their radical socialist agenda is right for our area.
To learn more about the Sanders and AOC event today and to listen to their full rally speeches, you can stream it all on the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. It's free to download on your TV.